Hey guys, 5-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. That is huge. I can't believe it. I'm reaching well, my channel is 5 years old. Isn't that crazy? Like, yes, I'm not a huge thing in YouTube. I'm not really. But oh my gosh, 5 years and I'm still going. That is unbelievable. I've actually looked up when was my official video, and it is today, the 13th of June. Boom! Absolutely insane. Like, when I first started, like, if you guys know me, my channel has been weird in its last 5 years. Starting off as a little parody of like a day something, such as Demo Testing Tuesdays, which I was actually surprised on how many people actually watched it. Like, I was just messing around with YouTube and all that. That was like weird. My hair's doing something weird. Go on, sort itself out. There we go. And then it went into, well, my first video, if you don't know, I was playing Minecraft, because Minecraft was a huge thing back then, and I still like Minecraft. I got a better computer that can run it now, and it can actually run with actually good stuff. But 5 years. So my first video was the Minecraft video. I deleted it. If you didn't know, I deleted it because it was terrible. It was not what I was expecting for stuff. It was not a good video. It was just me and my friend Vagabond TCG. If you don't know, me and Vagabond, we did like a little Minecraft episode where we just introduced ourselves as I think it was our first major channel video, but it wasn't, because we were just like messing around. And then it went from there to the Demo Testing Tuesdays video, which I'm going to admit I'm never going to do Demo Testing Tuesdays ever again. Because they aren't that good. I mean, most of the games I have that have demos now, you guys have already played them, I expect. The first one was the Sonic Generations one, because Sonic Generations at the time, it was new-ish. Like, it was that, and then Sonic Lost World was out. And some people didn't have Sonic Generations at that time, so I was like, hey, I can do like a demo and show you what the game's like. That was appalling to do, and the video quality was bad because I did it on, what is it? I did it on this, my 3DS. I did it all on my 3DS. It was, I'm going to admit, the quality on 3DS cameras are not the best, but it was either this or a really old video camera that we had lying about somewhere, so it was either that. So yeah, I chose this. That was a weird phase, and then I went from that to music videos, which I'm never going to do again, because one, I do not own any of the music that I put, and I did not own any of the images that I owned. I was back in 2012. I was going through you know when you're in secondary school and like you're like, when you're in year 7, I don't know what you call it in America. When you're in year 7 in the UK, you're like so awesome. You feel so cool, and then you get up and up through like year 8s, year 9s, and then you hit year 10. And year 10 is, I went to a school where we went from blue jumpers to black jumpers. When you get a black jumper, you are seen as, okay, you're turning more into an adult now. We can respect you more. It wasn't such the case, because I have, if you don't know, I'm dyslexic. I have trouble reading. I'm more. It's a common thing. Dyslexia. It's not a huge thing. You just like you struggle with writing physically, and you also struggle a little bit with reading. That's a common thing. It's not a bad thing anymore. And going through secondary school, when you get a black jumper, it's like you're going through prison. It is, but still here. So yeah, I was making music videos to make me happy during that time because I was depressed. As like this happy face, the beard's acting a bit weird. Don't know what's happening there, but I was depressed. You see this face, this happy go face. That back in 2012 to 2015, I was not happy at all. I was like grumpy all the time. I was like mumbling my words. I was like, I did YouTube because it was very exciting. I loved doing YouTube. The problem is that because I'm going to compare to what I'm doing now to what I did back then. Back then, it was just finding music that I enjoyed. Skillet. I think I did. Oh, I can't remember the artist, but I remember the name. It was in like the Smurfs movie. Oh gosh, that was an odd film. But I I wanted to make myself happy. Like I tried to force myself to be happy, and that's where YouTube came in because YouTube was a platform which I loved like YouTube videos. I used to watch videos like gameplay videos, card game videos, and I was inspired by a lot of YouTubers who sort of did the same stuff. Like they did it for entertainment purposes, trying to make them and other people happy. Um, Now, I'm gonna compare it to now. Now I am a deck reviewer. I review decks. I know I'm not the best at reviewing decks. I'm going to tell you right now. Getting decks here in the UK is harder than it is is much more harder than it is in the US. Um, in the UK, we don't have as many game stores that contain lots of like Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. There's like no stores that sell Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. I'm shocked. I have to go online and like there's prices they're even, but they're a bit pricey because of all the shipments and all that. But I do deck videos because of brief videos. I do deck videos because I love trading card games. I play Magic. Here's one of my Magic decks that I made out of like old cards. Well, the lands are like not old, but like I've got cards from like the original first set. I've got cards from Invasion. I don't have any plane shift. I looked at plane shift decks, and I'm planning to get them because plane shift is kind of where the phrase planeswalker started to finally put into play. It was made when I was born, surprisingly. Um, but I've been playing. I've been playing TCG games all my life, and that's why now on my channel used to be called Ben for YouTube. I changed the name because, well, one, I don't own YouTube, so that, and I picked 4 just because at the time we said, oh, we needed a number because reason, but I actually just did it because it's like a word, Ben for cards and games. You sort of like say it as Ben for cards and games, like. I'm here for cards and games. I'm here to explain them. I'm here for other stuff. And it's really quite funny because I look at like I look at decks now and compare what they used to be compared to what they are now. Depending on which one it is, I would say that's a good one, that's a bad one. One example, I had a massive rant in the video Shaddoll. I never tell you the full story, but I'm just going to give a quick synopsis. I had a friend who played Shadolls, and he would decimate my field. It was horrible. I hate the Shadolls. But like looking back on what I did for YouTube, I was sort of like searching for like what to do, and it was like, oh, I could create more YouTube videos on music, and it's like, nah, because like everyone does that. Like everyone does do deck videos, but like I want to find an area that I prefer, and that's why I did the deck videos. I think my first one was a Pokemon deck. No, my first one was a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. It was the Pendulum Starter deck in 2011, I think. I'm not. It's gonna appear up here, something like that. But that was my first official one, and like, yes, there's not many views in it. There's not many like. I'm not a type of person who does reviews. I'm a guy who like I do it so it's out of the way, so I don't have to worry about views. I'm alright with comments as long as they're not vulgar or like bad, like as long as they're not like cussing in it. Actually, funny story. I had a friend who like commented, and he said something, so I had to ban. Well, not ban. I deleted his comment because I'm like, no, I can't see people seeing this because like I'm a friendly guy. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the deck reviews I do is Pokemon. Pokemon is a worldwide phenomenon. It is family friendly. It is it's really fun. I've I don't know if it's around here, but I've got a Game Boy, and I played Pokemon Red recently, and I love Pokemon Red compared to all the others. I don't know why. It's like I don't know if it's just me, but I think Pokemon games are like starting to become slower, like quicker actually. But I'm starting to like sidetrack now. But yeah, I did deck videos, and that was interesting. I'm trying to like do more deck videos, and I want to like expand this. But like the problem is like deck videos are kind of hard to get now. Not because of recording purposes. I can record it. Like I don't have my phone with me, but like I can record on my phone. That's how I did most of my videos. Comparing that to like other YouTubers who use like a proper camera, a proper microphone. I'm not using any of that. I'm using what I've got because like I don't want to spend as much money because as humans we have to live on money. If you have no money, you're gonna struggle with stuff. But the 5 years that I have been doing YouTube, I've developed myself into someone who knows more about trading card games than video games themselves. If you don't know, I attempted a Let's Play video on Pokemon Heart Gold and Pokemon Red. Those did not work out at all. My Pokemon Red video, I was playing it on my 3DS, and I just couldn't keep up with it. One of my videos, I had so much background noise that you couldn't hear anything. You were hearing more of the background noise, and I don't have the editing software to deal with that. Then I did is Pokemon Heart Gold, and I know someone asked me actually in person, can you please upload another Heart Gold video? No. But I might, depending if you do want it. If you do want another Heart Gold video, I'll probably do it. I'll do like a X, and I'm going to test you guys on what number and estimate what number part that video would be. But if I can do that, that'll be cool, because that'll be kind of funny to see where I'm at the moment with Heart Gold. I've got to admit, I've been playing Crystal recently, and Crystal, I think I definitely prefer Heart Gold to Crystal, because Crystal, oh my gosh, there's I don't want to say it's a glitch, but I think there's might be a little bit of a bug when breeding Pokemon, because I'm trying to get a Magby for the Pokedex, obviously, and no eggs, and it's been 4 days since it, and I've been on it like not 24 hours, but I've been on it like 4 hours, 6 hours, and like nothing. So, but yeah, playthrough videos not very that well. I tried to do I got on my phone. I had a like a little app that allowed me to record, and I recorded this game, Duel Masters. So if you're thinking, what the heck is Duel Masters? It's basically Wizards of the Coast getting Magic the Gathering to Japanese audiences, but with younger Japanese audiences. And I'm gonna tell you, it's hard because it's nothing like Magic. But speaking of Magic, in all of the card games that I review, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, the Buddy Fight one that I have lying there, in all the trading card games, I prefer more of the. I prefer Magic, and here's my reason for it. Magic is a card game which I've grew up with, and I've learnt it more, and there's more deck structure to it compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, where most decks now are based on archetypes, and Pokemon, there's the more decks have more damage-reducing effects, which is Pokemon in general. I'm going to admit, Pokemon in general is that, but Magic's really cool because my favorite card of all time is Labyrinth Minotaur. He's been my favorite card ever since the Alpha set, and I think he got put to rest. I think it was before. I want to guess it was before Invasion. Definitely before Invasion. He got put down before Invasion. But Labyrinth Minotaur is my favorite card, and every time I play a deck that has blue in it, I'll always play Labyrinth Minotaur in it. I don't know why. It's just one of my favorite cards that I love. And that's really fun about Magic, is that you can have a specific card that you love. I had a friend who would always play. Oh, what's that card? Oh, it's not Clawworm. It's a worm. Giant Worm. I think that's what it's called. There's got to be a picture on it in a minute. But he will always play that card. And that's what I find really cool about Magic. You can have your favorite cards in a deck compared to, like, Pokemon. I tried to make a Pokemon deck based on Typhlosion, Pidgeot, Rhydon, and it was basically a tank deck. It was a tank deck. It didn't work out at all because of the effects. And Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna say I had because I've customized it a lot. I had a Red Eyes deck, which was like Red Eyes, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Red Eyes, Darkness Metal, Red Eyes Darkness, Red. It was just the Red Eyes archetype. It was that. And it's kind of sad how, like, I'm gonna say this from a person who's perspective. And this is the reason why I always pick Magic as not the top best trading card game. I pick Magic because it's the one I mostly play. I do play Pokemon trading card game. I played the online one. If you haven't seen the video, um, really badly done. I was sick, and it was horrible. Um, and the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, me and Vagabond, we're trying to get a video where we play Yu-Gi-Oh, because that was the card game that sort of like, it's like a childhood game pretty much. It's like the movie Tag, except it's Yu-Gi-Oh for us. But the 5 years, it's been interesting. There's definitely been some ups and downs throughout the channel. It's not big. I wasn't expecting it to go. I'm not expecting it to go big. I'm just expecting people to ask about, what is this? How do you play that? What does this mean? Or like, could you look at this deck? I'm more of a guy who likes to teach people, and I like explaining things. Like my current deck, well, not current deck. This is a deck that I have of old cards that I had lying around, and I've actually researched this. Dyslexic people, they have better chance of playing Magic using old cards. Cards from Planeshift, 5th edition, 7th, no, not 7th edition, Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Re-Unlimited, Limited, and all those cards. But it's been a journey, I'll say that, of like showing who I am in this community of people who led like Yu-Gi-Oh decks, Pokemon decks, and Magic decks. I was actually surprised that people actually looked at the Magic the Gathering decks, and if you don't know, I've actually got it here. This is the Dismaral deck, and this deck is like from 19. Does it say when it was made? It does not. Oh, that's a shame. But this is an old deck. Like, no one will play this in any TCG format. None of the cards in here will be tournament legal. Just no, because of the language in these cards compared to like nowadays cards, these will not be legal to play. But I would like to put. I would like to. Oh, I'm going there. I would like to visit more into the Magic world, sort of like the Magic decks, because Magic is actually one of the most it's one of the most received card games in the UK, and I can physically see that being not a platform that I would mainly put myself into, but I do see it as like sort of like an opportunity to explain to players who want to go into Magic, how would this work? Or like, I'm trying to get into Magic, I can't really I can't get my head around stuff, so I would like to physically show people how to play Magic. And what's really, now I watch videos on tutorials on Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and they use quite a lot of like what my friends call techno jarble, where they will use the actual thing like, oh, this is your mana cost, this is your pool. I don't do all that because you want to teach them how to play, not how to say. You want to teach them how to play. Play is different from say. And when I explain Yu-Gi-Oh to my friends, I say, oh, you can only play one monster because you put all your force into the stars or something like that. I don't do that anymore. I just say, oh, it's just in the rule book. Yeah, figure this, your low level monsters is like they're ready to go. Like boom, there you go. There's my baby chick. No, Sonic chick, not baby chick. Sonic chick. And with magic, it's like, oh, you put one mana cost. Think of it as like you like money. You like in your bank at the moment, you put like $1 or like £1 into the bank at the moment, and like the mana cost is like how much you need to pay to get those onto the field. I use realistic terminology when explaining, and I can see myself as a tutorial, not specialist, but I can see myself explaining people on how to get into card games. But as I said, getting decks here as a person who likes reviewing decks is kind of hard because they're quite expensive here in the UK. I went down to a local store way before this all happened, the COVID-19 and all that rubbish. I went down to a store and there was a deck. It was not bad. It was like £20 exactly, which I was happy for. Then I went to another store. I'm not naming any of the stores. I can't remember off the top of my head anyway. But it was like £24. And it was the same deck. And getting like decks is not... It is easier in stores. But if you go online, they're a bit more expensive because of shipping costs. But the over the 5 years, I definitely see myself as more of a card game channel than what I tried to do with like Pokemon, not Pokemon, but like the Pokemon playthrough videos, the Pokemon, the little like snippets of like the Go Schnom Go video. If you didn't watch that, me and Vagabond, we were playing Pokemon Shield for not the first time, but we were playing Pokemon Sword, and the whole meme thing was happening with Schnom. So we did a whole play with trying to evolve Schnom, and that's where that video came from. But in the future, I'm going to say this so it gets out of the way. In the future, I'll try and put this channel as more of a TCG-based channel. I would love to see and hear like the community getting involved as well. When I get better equipment, because for some reason OBS is not working anymore. It skips frames a lot, which I looked it up and I went all tutorials, doesn't work. So you won't find like the Pokemon TCG videos coming out anymore. Well, the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. But I would love to do like videos based on like how a deck is specifically played. Now I know other channels do it, but you can't just like do deck reviews without explaining what the deck does. If you know what I mean. Like, let's just say if I got a new, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a kaiju theme. Let's say I got one of those decks. I just explain it on like oh, it's like it's a 7 for 7/7 with flying and trample, regenerate. Saying it, as I said, saying is different from playing, or playing is different from saying. When you're saying it, people hear what you mean, but they don't know what you mean. They can't physically see what you mean. So that's why when I did a live stream before, it went horrible because like didn't work. Live stream did not work at all. But I tried to play Magic the Gathering Chandelure. If you don't know that game, it's a really, really old Magic game, which it's the basic terms of playing Magic the Gathering. I love that game because, one, it's got, well, lastly, it's got Labyrinth Minotaur in it, and I could not defeat a wizard with Labyrinth Minotaur. I had to rely on, I think it was Unholy Strength, Holy Strength, Spirit Link, and Clawworm, and Protection from Artifact. That was the other one that I had to rely on those. But I would like to explain. That's what I'm trying to get out with all of this. From all the 5 years of this channel, I've evolved myself in Pokemon terms. I've evolved myself to a trading card platform. This is a interesting area for me because I love doing YouTube videos. Don't get me wrong, I love doing YouTube videos, but at the moment I'm kind of busy with out of YouTube stuff. It's just out of the way and all that. So with everything that's going on, I'm going to try on my breaks, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No, Sunday I'm working on something. Friday and Saturday I will try and do a trading card game related video. I will try. Heavy emphasis on try. Because again, I love doing YouTube. It's one of the main platforms that I find myself enjoying because I can do something that I enjoy. It's not a future job because unfortunately I have to think realistically and say, right, working at a shop that's the future career of good old Benny boy here. And I don't think YouTube it will continue. The channel will continue. It's more on a basis of when I can get a deck, when I can review, and when I can upload. It's more of a time-based schedule. Now, other YouTubers, they're just like, right, here's a game, I'm going to play it today, tomorrow afternoon. I'm not like that. I'm actually restricting my times because of work. Because I think realistically, I can't just like today. I was able to do this video because it was an anniversary. I was thinking, hey, I've done this for 5 years, so why should I stop? It's still going. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not gonna lie. Doing deck reviews. It's like the lower branch. It's like the what's it called? The roots of my channel. And then as we go up and up the tree, I would like to expand different branches, like how to play decks. What does this mean in this term, or probably try a Magic the Gathering arena. What's the current one? Arena, is that the current game at the moment? Arena. I have got Magic the Gathering Arena. I love it to bits. I love the little I'm gonna say it from a gaming standpoint. I love the little level up system. How if you do defeat an opponent, you get experience points, and if you lose battle, you only get half. I think it's half. You get a set amount when you lose. Love it to bits. So yeah. hopefully this channel does continue. Now, it will continue. I said that. It will continue. But as COVID-19 is going all over the place at the moment, and I don't really have many decks to review, it's kind of hard to, like, upload stuff. Because, I mean, I've reviewed this abomination, the Shaddoll deck. Absolutely great that. I played it on... No, I didn't play it on Legacy of Dusk. I played it on some simulators. And I'm going to admit, I hate Shaddolls because the majority of them are flip effects, and I hate flip effects. I also would like to tell, like, stories of when I was playing, like, Magic the Gathering, and also, like, tell stories of what happened, or, like, this card was, like, the savior of this turn. I like to do that more. I like to, like, explain card games. I like to just turn myself into a card game platform. But yeah, 5-year anniversary. I'm still going. I'm still alive. There's still decks to do. I think, right, in my hand, I've got Duel Masters Trading Card Game. This is from an actual deck I bought in 2005. Duel Masters came out in 2004. 2007. This is a deck I bought in 2007, and all the cards are exactly from the deck. There's only, like, that many cards I found. I'm gonna say found because, like, all these cards are just all over the place. I'd like to talk into that, and it'll be kind of cool. And I would like to see people, like, make their own decks and tell me what they feel about it, because I enjoy people... No, that sounds weird. When people play games, watching them, when they enjoy it, you know you're going to have a good time. When I play Magic, I can't handle people who are strategy or tactics or anything like that. Reason being, there's no communication. You just go, like, tap, tap, trigger, trigger, instant counter, tap, tap, trigger, summon, summon. I hate that. It is my one pet peeve I hate. I like to say my actions. For example, I would go, I'm going to use Labyrinth Minotaur. He's got... You know what? You could replace me with just Labyrinth Minotaur. Just going like, hey guys, this is Labyrinth Minotaur, and today we're going to be looking at the Magic deck, Planeswalkers. For example, I'm going to go like, right, I'm going to tap blue and 3 more to play Labyrinth Minotaur. Then I'll play the instant card by tapping my other mana, so it gains haste. That I like. And I like hearing the tactics as well, because you can sort of use that to your advantage. I was playing against a friend of mine, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to okay, so I'm gonna tap my dragon. I'm gonna say dragon because I don't know the card. I'm gonna tap my dragon, and now he will attack you for... I'm gonna say 4. So I was like, that's a nice move, but I'm gonna play this card, which I can't find at the moment. I don't know where it's gone. But I've got cards that basically have old rules, and we looked up the rules, what they meant, and I'm like, ha! Here's the thing. You can attack, apart from the fact that it is now phased out. If you don't know what phasing out means, it basically means it's not in the game for that turn. It basically, it it shifts out of the plane, and then at the start of the turn it comes back. It's not like if it's in the graveyard. It's literally like off the game, starting your turn, it's back. Because I've got Terra Fitz. Oh, not Terra Fitz. What's the dude's name? Where's the dragon? Where's the dragon? Teferi's Drake. It's got flying and phasing. Phasing basically means when it battles, and I think if it's blocked, I can choose to phase out and then phase back in at the start of my turn. Because that's what I always do. Like I'm like, right, I'm gonna try and attack it for free. And when they block it with like a 1/1 creature, I'm gonna like, yeah, alright, I'll attack. But if they block with like because like the attack strength is 3, defense is 2. If they attack with 3 or higher, I phase out. I always phase out if they're blocking with something higher. And it's just great. Just 5 years. I'm lost for words, really. 5 years of being on my channel, mainly staying towards the trading card game area, and I would like to expand. Now, before this video, I think just like being as a trading card game platform, I love, like most people, they'll like do reviews of toys, they'll do reviews on like products, they'll review food. Me, I like doing card games because it's a thing that I enjoy. So yeah, channel's not going anywhere. I'm still here, and let's see what the future brings when COVID-19, 20, 21, 27,002. When it stops, I think you would see more activity from me. So, I have been Ben for Cards and Games. Let me know if you do want to hear some stories about me playing a particular game, Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tell me like, oh, have you used this deck, or have you used a deck that uses this? Can you tell us what happened? Just ask me anything trading card game related, and I'll be happy to explain, tell, and all that. I'm sort of like lost on like I'm gonna say it's like not as a cry for help. I'm sort of like lost on like getting cards because like mainly go to Amazon, good prices on Amazon. Go on eBay. I don't go on Magic Warehouse, Magic Warehouse, something like that. I don't go on there because they don't have any in stock at the moment. Well, cards I need. But yeah, if you want me to just talk about a time where, for example, the time where I used the card, where is it? Earthbind. Oh no, I can't really show that. Hang on, where's that card? Twiddle? Where's Twiddle? No, it's not Twiddle. Where's the one that keeps hitting? Here we go. The time where I used Accelerate and my friend countered it where it worked on myself, which that's a funny that was a funny thing. It's a funny story, that one, on why he counted it and he used it on my creatures. So, yeah, if you want me to tell stories, and all that. I tried to do like a game video. Oh, actually, if you want me to tell what my favorite game thing is, I might, depending if you do want it. Now, that does mean, like the typical, leave a comment section down below, like this video, subscribe, yada yada yada. But yeah, if you do enjoy this, please give a like. Please give a comment on like what would you like to see in this, from my perspective and your perspective. And just I feel like 2020 is the turning point of my channel. It's going. I feel like it might go boosting up a bit. So yeah, I have been Ben for Cards and Games, telling you for my 5-year anniversary. I was supposed to get like a I don't know what they're called, but you know, like at parties, you got like the whistle that goes like that. Oh man, I was meant to get that, but like I ordered it. No, but like I wish I would have ordered it. If I could, that would be awesome, but not in stock. Thank COVID-19. But yeah, for my normal outro, see ya.